Well, good morning and happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Today we begin our study in the letter to the Hebrews, which is a big, rich, important book. These 13 chapters are considered by many scholars to be the high water mark of the New Testament. They certainly are that in a literary sense. The Greek is very polished and very professional, and clearly it's a highly educated person writing them. As a grad student studying Greek, you wanted your exams to be out of the Gospel of Mark. You didn't want it to be out of the book of Hebrews because it was so much more difficult to translate and to read. It's not just the literary style, it's its masterful use in understanding the Old Testament. And then it's just a profound book because it's a celebration, a real focused celebration on Christ. So it starts, Hebrews 1:1. In the past, God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets at many times and in various ways. But in these last days, he has spoken to us through his Son. And then it goes on to say, who is the heir of all things and through whom he created everything. It's just going to be this high resume of Jesus. Now look, what's interesting about the start of the letter to the Hebrews is what it doesn't tell us. So we don't really get a greeting. And greetings are important because they tell us who wrote the book, who wrote the letter. You know, Paul usually starts by identifying himself. So we don't know who wrote the letter to the Hebrews. Some think that it was Barnabas. Some think it was Priscilla, and the reason she doesn't identify herself is because she was a woman. Interestingly, the letter sort of is embraced into the canon of the New Testament because people thought it was Paul. We're pretty certain it wasn't Paul, but we don't know who wrote it. We don't know who he wrote it to. It's obvious from the title, which is not part of the Word of God. This gets added later, but it's to the Hebrews, and the references, the assumptions the writer makes are that the readers understand the Old Testament. And so there's a number of clues that suggest it actually was written to Jews, but we don't know which Jews. We don't know these Jews living in Jerusalem. These are Jews throughout Palestine, or these Jews spread out in the diaspora. We don't know. We don't know when it was written. There's reference to the temple, and because we know the temple is destroyed in 70 AD, it has to have been written before then. And we don't know why it was written. There's a reference to some big cataclysmic event that'll come up in Hebrews 6, but we don't know, is this challenges from the Alexandrian Judaizers? Is this the persecution of Nero? Is this the heresy of the Essenes? We don't know. Here's what we do know. If we just look at this first verse, in the past, God spoke, through to our ancestors through the prophets. But now he speaks through Jesus. We know that God is communicating with us. And we know that the high watermark of that communication is Jesus. He is the one who helps us understand God the Father better than anyone else. So he is the pinnacle of God's revelation of himself. This is a great, rich, profound, deep letter. And I am looking forward to the 13 chapters that are going to unfold in front of us. So I hope you have a great day and you are looking forward to a greater understanding of the person and work of Jesus Christ. Have a great day.